on talking? I guess so. We just gonna keep on talking, girl. See how many. Well, we're only gonna do. Wait a minute. I had some other reefer. Let me get the other one. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl. And we are down here, girl. We don't have nothing to talk about. I just got finished talking about the Fat Joe thing because I really don't. I'm really not in that. Like, I'm not in that. Like, I'm not in that. I'm not in that like black nationalist like mind frame. It's never, I can't, it doesn't resonate at all. It just feels so ugly. It feels so ugly. It feels so yucky. It just does not feel good for me. It doesn't feel good. It just feels really, really gross. And then knowing the people who are behind it and the way what they're pushing, I don't know. It just sounds, it just doesn't, it just sounds gross to me. So I was just talking about that on the other video, and what is going on. So let's see what else is happening. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment. Let me know. Let me know you stopped by. Somebody was like, who was it that asked, is it weird to ask myself questions and answer on the video? It's not really weird for me to talk. And I think that, first of all, I think the whole concept of us talking into a camera and putting it on and creating our channels and stuff like that, I think it's a little weird. I do. But I love that I am able, for me, the reason why I made my channel was because I have things and I have opinions that I want to share, and not necessarily share, but get out and document my thoughts and opinions about things. And I wanted to be able to say it without anyone telling me or interrupting me, or because growing up, I, although I'm a Virgo, I got a mouth, always have to have the last word. I used to operate like that. I also felt like I wasn't heard, right? Like I didn't get a chance to express what I wanted to say without being interrupted, talked over. Some people say I talk loud, and I think it is literally from the environment that I grew up in, especially on my dad's side, where you had to like talk louder in order to be heard. And I'm sure that people who have like a family that where there's a lot of people, there's a sense of I need to be louder, but then in in order to be heard. But then at the same time, you are in the generation where the adults in that generation are, you can't, basically you whatever you have to say, I'm not going to let you say it. If you say something in defense of yourself, you're disrespecting me. So it was a lot of like stifling of the voice, right? And me, I love to talk. I always got talked too much, socialized in school. I always got all of those kind of reports. I love to talk. But when I start talking, I realized that a lot of what I was saying, it didn't align with how people or how we are socialized to think, or have ideas about things. And so oftentimes when I'm saying things, like it doesn't sound, it sounds different because I've always rejected what I felt was not right. Like I just felt like these things are not right, and I wanted to talk about it and say what I wanted to say about it. And I know that a lot of the things that I say, a lot of people may not agree with, and that's okay. But for me, I realize that when you do try to have those conversations, people don't even know why they're disagreeing with you. It just doesn't go with along with what they've been taught. They themselves haven't analyzed why they have these beliefs, why they have these ideas, and where they came from. And I've always been like, why do we think like this? Why do we do this? Why is this a thing? Why is this? And why is this? And why is this? And I have questions and I have questions. And I realize that a lot of people don't have the answers to the questions because they're only going off of what they have been socialized or conditioned to do. They don't even realize, like, why do I desire this? Why do I need this? Why do I feel like if I have this, this is going to make my life better? Why do I feel like I need to be like, why is everyone socialized to want to be like, oh, I need to find somebody to partner with? Why does everybody feel like, oh, I need to go have an education? Why does everybody feel, oh, I need to buy a house? Oh, I need to have this car. Oh, I need to, whatever it is. You are you analyzing why you want these things? Is it something that you want? So it's always been for me. I feel like I've always had an opinion about things that didn't really align with a lot of people, and I always felt like I wasn't heard. So I was like, I'm gonna keep my channel. I'm gonna share my opinions about things. I know that my opinions about things aren't always popular, and that's just how I feel about it. And I used to have a blog that was called "She Has an Opinion About Everything," and I used to have an opinion about everything. I used to have an opinion about everything. I used to feel like I had to have the last word, and that was from me wanting to like talk and be heard, but being in an environment where you kind of had you couldn't say what you wanted to say. You couldn't say how you really felt about things. So here I have an opportunity where nobody can interrupt me. I can say what I want to say, right? But that for me, when I decided to do like a little podcast, and there's like a few. I did a few episodes, and I did it by myself. It was a little weird. It's a little weird for me to do a single host podcast because I do like to have conversation and have an opposing opinion. But I feel like if you oppose my opinion, I need something instead of just how you feel. Like, are you not looking at the things, like, you have a feeling about this, but if you're looking at numbers and you're looking at the real of the thing, I think I just like to have a practical approach to things. And I think that has something to do with being a Virgo. But I feel like it has to make sense. And some of these things that y'all be doing don't make sense. Some of the things that I've done in my life didn't make sense, but I was socialized to like kind of go in that direction, but then also rejecting it at the same time. Like, this is dumb. This doesn't make sense, right? And then, or like something that you didn't do that you felt like you wanted to, no, something that you didn't do and you felt like you knew that it wasn't for you, so you didn't do it, whatever the thing is, but you still have regrets for not doing it, or feel regretful because maybe you should have done it, but you knew that it wasn't for you. So why are you desiring to do something that you know that it's not really what I want to do, but you have a community or societal pressure to like go in that direction? You know what I'm saying? And that's whatever the thing is in the community that you come from, I feel. So, anyways, let me roll a weed up. But that's what I'm just saying. That's the reason why I made my channel. And that's the reason why I talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about. And I want to share my opinion. But like when people say they don't agree with me, I'm like, why don't, what is it that you don't agree with? Is it because it doesn't go with what you've been taught? Do you have like a real like something with like a base of the reason why, like why? Um or you just, it's just how you feel because you weren't taught that. You were taught something different. And like what you were taught, like my stomach is growling. What you were taught, do you analyze why you were taught that and how it actually who it benefits? Does it benefit you? Does it help you get to the next step in your journey? Like, who is it benefiting? It should benefit you. But again, we live in a society where we are taught, like, especially the women are taught not to just, go into things without thinking about them, falling in love and all that stuff, or doing things for their families. Like I said, whether it's like going to school, like I was watching that girl who shot her parents. Luckily her dad lived. Um, but she was lying to her parents, an Asian girl, lying to her parents about going to school. She did not like school, but there is a pressure for Asian children, especially if they're first generation, to perform. And she was not the brightest. Didn't live up to the stereotype, right? And she lied to her parents about going to school, to forged her diploma, her certificates, um, got involved with a guy that was on the wrong side. He was, I don't know, dealing drugs. I don't know what's going on. But she was going through all of these motions because her parents, she didn't want to go that route. Her parents were like, you got to be an engine. No, she wanted to go into kinesthesiology, but her father wanted her to be a pharmacist. Girl, did you hear that? Or it was a pharmacist or another profession the father wanted her to go into. She acted like she was going to school. They didn't know where the girl was going in the day. She had been, I don't know, she was going to be with her boyfriend, I guess. She ended up having her parents, like, putting a hit out on her parents. Luckily, the dad lived and was like, "Get her away from me. Get her away from me. She's in jail now." But you're living a lie. You're living a whole life lie because of your culture, your the culture pressure, the parental pressure, because you don't want, to your parents move to this country to have a better life, and you basically come out here and don't do anything. You want to be up under some man. So I guess she was going to have her parents killed so she can be with this man and get the life insurance policy. You're doing all of that, girl. It's too much. So some people just, you reject the societal pressures of the things that they want you to do. And oftentimes those people are like pushed out and pushed away because you're not going along with the program. You're not going with the flow. You're not following the script. What are you doing? You're throwing a wrench in the game. You understand what I'm saying? So let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. All right, let's see. Girl, what? Girl, that's a mess. Okay, let's go back to the blogs. Let's see. I've been talking for 13 minutes. Okay, not that long.
I sponsor the now. Yes. I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
All right, let's see. I have to watch Married to Medicine. I said I was gonna watch it. Oh, did y'all hear? Blake Lively sues It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni for sexual harassment, claims he caused her severe emotional distress. Blake Lively is suing her It Ends With Us co-star for sexual harassment. Months after rumors of behind the scenes discord on the set of the adaptation of Colleen Hoover's novel, the actress said in a lawsuit obtained by TMZ that Baldoni's alleged behavior caused her severe emotional distress. A lawyer for Baldoni, who directed the film, said the allegations are false, outrageous, and intentionally salacious within an intent to publicly hurt. I said, oh my goodness, that's why she promoted the film the way she did. If he didn't, hope he has proof. Justin, we stand with you from the beginning and we will evermore now. Stand strong. I hate to defend a man, but there's a first time for everything. For all you haters of Blake, think about why the cast is standing by Blake and not Justin. There are two sides to every story, and we've all really heard are his. It ends with Blake. We stand with Blake. Never thought I would dislike Blake so much. It's just drama. I'd countersue for defamation. I stand with Justin. You guys need to read the article. I was skeptical at first, but after reading all the information, I do believe Blake is being truthful. Okay, let me go to the thing. Blake Lively News. This is from Time Magazine. Blake Lively accuses It's End With Us director Justin Baldoni of harassment and a smear campaign. Blake Lively has accused, has accused her, It Ends With Us director and co-star Justin Baldoni of sexual harassment on the set of the movie and subsequent effort to destroy her reputation in a legal complaint. The complaint obtained by AP, which the New York Times reported was filed Friday with the California Civil Rights Department, precedes a lawsuit. It names Baldoni, the studio behind the romantic drama It Ends With Us, and Baldoni's publicist among the defendants. In the complaint, Lively accuses Baldoni and the studio of embarking on a multi-tiered plan to damage her reputation following a meeting in which she and her husband Ryan Reynolds addressed repeated sexual harassment and other disturbing behavior by Baldoni and a producer of the movie. The plan, the complaint said, included a proposal to plant theories online message boards, engineer social media campaign, and place news stories critical of Lively, which they did. Remember how everybody was saying, why is she promoting the film this way? It was a lot of scrutiny about the way, I just said it the other day, about the way she promoted the film and the way he promoted the film. It was very different. Baldoni enlisted publicists and crisis managers in a sophisticated, coordinated, and well-financed retaliation plan meant to bury and destroy Lively if she went public with her on-set concerns, the complaint alleges. Not her having an experience of abuse on a film about abuse from the man in the film who played her boyfriend, and he's the damn producer and director, and he's abusing her. Girl, what? What is going on? To safeguard against the risk of Miss Lively ever revealing the truth about Mr. Baldoni, the Baldoni Wayfarer team created, planted, amplified, and boosted content designed to eviscerate Miss Lively's credibility. The complaint states they engaged in the same techniques to bolster Mr. Baldoni's credibility and suppress any negative content about him. The complaint also says Baldoni abruptly pivoted away from the movie's marketing plan and used domestic violence survivor content to protect his public image. Brian Friedman, an attorney representing Baldoni Wayfarer Studios and its representatives, calls the claims completely false, outrageous, and intentionally salacious. He pushed back against Lively's allegations of a coordinated plan, saying the studio proactively hired a crisis manager. Come on. Due to the multiple demands and threats by Miss Lively during production. Friedman also said Lively threatened to not appear on set or not to promote the film if her demands weren't met. Those demands were not specified in the statement, but Lively's complaint lists 30 demands that she said Baldoni and others agreed to after her tense sit-down over her hostile work environment concerns. Among them, no more showing nude videos of images or women to Lively or others on the set, and no more discussions. Come on. About pornography, sexual experiences, or genitalia. She also said Baldoni should not ask her trainer about her weight without her consent, should not press her about her religious beliefs, and should make no further mention of her dead father. What the hell? An intimacy coordinator was also required to be on the set whenever Lively shared a scene with Baldoni, and he was barred from entering her trailer or the makeup trailer while she was undressed. Girl, this is a mess. The demands also stipulated that there would be no more improvising of kissing scenes or adding sex scenes to the film outside of the ones in the script Lively approved when she signed on. I hope that my legal action helps pull back the curtain on these sinister retaliatory tactics to harm people who speak up about misconduct and helps protect others who may be targeted. Lively said in a statement to Times. A representative for Lively referred to AP to the Times report in which Lively denied planting or spreading negative information about Baldoni or the studio. It Ends With Us, an adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling 2016 novel, was released in August, exceeding box office expectations with a $50 million debut. The film's release was shrouded by speculation over discord between the lead pair. Baldoni took a back seat in promoting the film, while Lively took center stage, along with Reynolds, who was on the press circuit for Deadpool and Wolverine at the same time. Baldoni, who starred in the telenovela Send Up Jane the Virgin, directed 5 Feet Apart, and wrote Man Enough, a book pushing back against traditional notions of masculinity, did respond to concerns of the film's romanticized domestic violence, telling AP at the time the critics were absolutely entitled to that opinion. If anybody has had a real life experience, I can imagine how hard it could be to imagine their experience being in a romance novel, he said to them. He said, to them, I would offer that, girl, I would offer that we are very intentional in making this movie. Girl, that sounds like a mess. It sounds like they were misbehaving and she just was like, no, we'll see what comes out from that. But I remember there being critiques about the way she was promoting the film. I remember it. I remember it. Like actively people online talking about the way that she was promoting the film versus the way he was promoted. I remember I was just like, I didn't understand because I was just like, I'm not even interested or whatever. But then I watched it the other day and it was actually really good. But the fact that she is alleging that basically she was being abused on set. Who wants to talk about sex all the time? Who don't show me nude pictures of anybody. I don't want to see nobody nude. Don't ask my trainer how much I weigh. Don't talk about my dead father. Like, I'm drawing boundaries and then y'all want to make it seem like, I don't know. We'll see. They say Blake Lively is not a girl's girl. So we'll see what happens with this case. But that is crazy. Hopefully she has evidence to support what was happening, her requests and things. Hopefully it was put in writing because yeah, I'm like, not you being in a movie about abuse and then the man who's directing it and playing your partner in the film who abuses you is actually abusing you. I'm like, that's crazy. They said they had a meeting with her and her husband. Like, y'all can't, what are y'all doing? That's crazy to me. What do y'all think about that? I'm telling you, I remember it. I remember the comments like, she's promoting it, talking about the girl's wardrobe and talking about the girls and like promoting it with nail polish and stuff like that. I remember the people criticizing the way Blake Lively promoted the film. That's crazy. That is really crazy. Well, we'll see how that turns out, y'all. Let's see what else is going on. Ooh, what's going on? Oh, let's see. Is this Hollywood Unlocked? Let's go to Hollywood Unlocked and see what's happening. I think I don't know. I don't know. I think that's it, y'all. This is the third video, so that's it. What? I have to see what's going on first. Oh, it says Denzel Washington got baptized and received his minister license. Okay, good for him. I think that's it, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.